little bit longer with some spirals and helixes and stuff like that going on with that mode. I think they could do a couple of improvements on it. But otherwise it's quite a good ride because it's lacking a lack of scenery going around with it. It hasn't got much scenery going with it, or a landscape to go with the design. Yeah, it's got some of the old plane crash lands in sight from the Walking Dead season, but it hasn't got much else going with it yet. I think if you had like a fake corpse underneath the coaster, like, you know, though you're on a horse in the programs, like, then it looks like everything's bloody and everything's really gruesome. Fake blood's quite cool to make this season, especially for this time of year. I need to look into get some fireworks for this coming year, so that'd be quite nice. Let's just find some prices around for it. Give me a second. Oh, my neck is really struggling. Leaning back is not ideal for me. Hope you have a good night. Just authenticated. So I said 23 hours. It is been hot. What can I say about Dottie much this year? Not much has changed about her. She just has been stressful. A lot of people have been stressful lately because of COVID. I know I've been struggling with, obviously, mental reasons. So I've got things I need to sort out for myself, well-being for myself soon. So I can get more straight up ahead for my life for the future, because I've got a new possibility with things. It's just planning them out very sensibly and not rushing them into them. I mean, possibly down the line there could be options of things that I might possibly see as, you know, probably peek out every now and again, things I used to do. But most of the new things is what I'm going to be focusing on a lot now, because I enjoy my content, making YouTube content for you guys, and I enjoy it just for the fun of it. I do enjoy making YouTube videos, and even when I'm doing a lot of this stuff, I do enjoy it, despite all the work and hours I put into it to make it suitable for the YouTube benefit. I was been posting all that stuff onto my YouTube channels, of my gaming channel and my train channel. It's just, you know, when you basically sit up, my head cannot cope with sitting like that anymore. But basically, when I'm doing these contents, and when you're watching it for free, you can see when it goes up. When you're being posted, you basically, oh, excuse me. When you basically, when you see it go up, you think, yeah, it's new content. But if you haven't turned on the post notification icon, or the little bell icon you get in the YouTube platform, you have to realise if you don't click on that icon, you won't get posted, you won't get notified when new video uploads onto my channel, on both channels. So obviously, to keep yourself notified, turn on the bell icon, subscribe to the channel and like the video if you like it. I mean, not all the content I'm going to make on my channel is going to suit everyone, but I already knew that anyway. And these are the topics I want to mention now for this year, because there is things people are going to ask me. So I wanted to get these out there now. And someone has said to me on YouTube recently is, where was it? So, yes, I wasn't expecting some years passed in the line. I basically saw myself around a boyfriend. He approached me, to be fair. I want to mention this now. He the one approached me and flirted with me. And he seemed to be a nice chap. He doesn't seem to be thought to cause trouble. He seems to be genuinely a nice fella. But obviously I would like to meet him in person, face to face, but that's because it means that I've got to sort out with my mum, and obviously him to sort somewhere out with his family to able to arrange something like that to do it. But including that, I would hopefully to do a day trip at London to do maybe overnight in a hotel sort of thing, and then just go to Hamleys to get a model train, go and see the real trains, travel on a real train. I do miss travelling on the real train. I have to be honest, they are something I do enjoy missing travelling on, because riding on the real trains is bringing people back, isn't it? And you're riding on the trains, real things, it gives that level of enjoyment, because you're travelling a part of the country when you're just like sitting here reading a book about trains and history while you're actually travelling on a real train. And I always liked travelling on real trains when I was a kid. I always loved travelling on real trains. With buses, I get travel sickness a lot, but same with taxis to some degree. I do struggle with that, but so yeah, I guess I've been open to possible ideas of some things, but if me and Caleb work things out in the future, we could possibly take it to the next level from a couple of years down the line. It all depends how things go next year and how the meetup goes with him. So it's all going to be depending on that. Obviously, what was I going to say? Keep yourself guys safe, obviously with COVID, but obviously COVID's not a big worry right now. It's still a concern for a lot of people. I guess that's why people like walking around with still with masks on. I understand that, but I think for a lot of people who don't suffer with too much with illnesses too much, and I think people would have benefit of themselves to don't actually need to wear a mask. I mean, when you're in a small store like say like simple like a garage shop or something, when you're going to get fuel and then you've got a little shop to go and get your snacks or something for the journey home. A place like that I can understand, even hospitals, because hospitals are always, people in hospitals are always sick or some sort of infection by disease or something, or possibly down with AIDS, cancer or something else. Hospitals, the big ones I can understand, like hospitals and things like that, definitely wear a mask, but for down to superstores like Tesco, Morrison's, Sainsbury's, Asda, M&S. There's also Buy-Rate, there's also Lidl, Aldi. There's quite a few, and even the Co-op. I don't personally think those sort of things you don't really need a mask. I think social distance and like staying for a certain distance towards each other is something I could understand, but not to wear a mask is something you don't really need. Especially if you had your vaccines already. You don't really need them. But keeping a certain distance from people, I can understand that part, because there's a lot of people in stores not giving themselves social distancing. If people are doing their social distancing from other people, we won't need to wear masks. It just has to be more sensible to wear, being away from certain people, especially when they're ill, because that's how you catch bugs and viruses from other people. When they're ill, you pick something up from them, you spread it around to other people. I mean, I can remember when I was young, when I was at school, and I picked up a bug from my friend Louise at school, and I came home with a swine flu when I was a kid. Give it to my mum. I only had it for one day, and she had it for the best part of nearly 4 or 5 weeks, literally. I was lucky to only have one day, and yes, I was by my guts. I've been on the toilet for like a number of hours. I was quite unwell, and the next day I was like, I'll just send them in. But to be fair, I didn't get sent in because they were too unwell, so I think it's about a week later they decided to send me in, because, you know, when you're young you've got too much energy, you find a way to use it up. But when you're nearly 30 years old, it's slightly different. But yeah, it's ridiculous. To change my word for that. It's because society, unfortunate situation at the time, it went the way it went. It's because it didn't go quite well. But excuse me, need some liquid. It 11 at night. I'm going to charge my camera up tonight, so that way, with any luck, I will get it charged up, and should go alright. Yeah, so my bed is on a limb right now. But yeah, I've got so many things to catch up with you guys. I've got many different new contents coming out hopefully next year. Some new trains for the railway. Maybe a couple of some scenery points on it at some point, but not on my table, but on my smaller boards, which is up there behind me. Because I'm in my bedroom tonight and not in the garage. But of course, we've just got a lot going on, and obviously things I need to focus on now is my YouTube content, sort myself out ready for lots of other things to sort out for the future, with possible ideas with me and Kato could go further with the relationship thing. It could happen. If that does work out, it could end up being to that point where we potentially live together, but you just don't know with things in life, because even though you got things that happen, you got things that you have to think about in life. No way you could be at least unexpected with things. I mean, I can't remember when, but when I first started YouTube, I would remember very strangely thought how I thought at the time when I first started YouTube. My voice sounded very strange.